Good afternoon, everybody. I would like to introduce myself briefly. So, my name is Olainka Anna, and I'm a LinkedIn tutor and a social media content writer. Recently, I'm also an intern, a creative intern. So, but majorly, what I do most these days is LinkedIn tutoring. I teach both students, Gen Z, millennial, adults, like different people across different age groups and occupations around the world, how they can leverage LinkedIn platform and position themselves as an authority on LinkedIn. So, but I was informed that the audience I have here are students. So, whatever it is I'm going to be saying, I'll be making sure that it's something that you can implement as a student. I was also a student too. So I'm going to try to I'm not even going to try, I'm going to make sure that any tips I'm sharing is to make sure that you can implement and they are practical steps. They are something that I've done before and I've seen it work. I don't talk about things I've not done. I don't share experiences of things that I've not done before. Um, okay, I can see that somebody's recording so that others can um have the note or the video if they are not around. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, the thing is this. Um, the topic is going to be leveraging the LinkedIn platform as a student. Leveraging the LinkedIn platform as a student. Now, this is what it's going to entail. It will not just be about, I'm not just going to be sharing tips with you about how to leverage the platform as a student. I'm going to be teaching you how to optimize your profile as a student because I believe the basis of whatever it is you want to do on LinkedIn, anything at all you want to achieve, if your profile is not well optimized, it has already been demoted. Like there's there's really you cannot even see whatever goal, whatever strategy you have in place come into fruition. It's not going to come into your goal might not be achieved. Yeah, your goal might not be achieved if your profile is not optimized. Because let's say for instance, like you're a student, you want to get an internship process, and the profile is not optimized. You're not telling that company why they should hire you as an intern. You're not even letting them in a little bit into your life, your professional life, and a little bit into your personal life. So you don't even see any reason why they should employ you. Let's say, for instance, my internship job, I've spent a month, yeah, every 17 make it a month, maybe it's a month that I spent with this brand um consultancy company. Now, when I wanted to get the job, it was not through LinkedIn, it was through a friend. He just sent me a link that they probably should take this job. Do you like it? And I was like, no, I don't have a laptop because he said you must have a laptop. I said I don't have a laptop. I'm missing my phone. But I was like, let me not just close my mind to the fact that because I don't have a laptop, it cannot work. So let me just apply. So I applied. I applied. Now, when I applied, I I didn't expect a reply because I've been applying for other jobs like months of 13 years. Nobody's replying. So when I got the reply, I was really, very happy and I was thought I would be having an interview with the CEO of the company, Adele. Okay, so we went on a video, and when I wanted to take that job, we were asked to fill a form on Google Forms. So they were asking us certain questions, about what we can do, the skills we have, and which platform we're most familiar with. And I said LinkedIn. So when I was doing the interview, the person was like, the CEO was like, the reason why she actually got me the interview was because of one. Even when they asked us that, do we have a laptop? I said I don't have a laptop, but I can use the phone properly. And I also made mention that I'm a content writer and my specialty is LinkedIn. And she was like, there's actually never really seen anybody actually say they are really good at LinkedIn. So she was kind of like, everybody always say like, I'm good at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all of that. So it was like, okay, let me give it a try. And we had an interview, and that day after the interview, I was sent the contract and I was able to get it. Now, why am I sharing this? When I told her about my LinkedIn, she went straight to my profile. In fact, I saw that she was doing my profile. I saw it because there's a feature on LinkedIn where you can see people every profile. And ever since I got in, there is no point whatsoever that she does not always tell other interns that you guys should follow Tiana as you guys know, she's very, very good at what she does. And it's not, this is not me trying to boast. If you go to my LinkedIn profile, I have 11,716 before I joined this video. So I don't know, maybe it's going to increase after I join this video. I have 11,716 followers on my LinkedIn page, and I was able to grow my followers from 0 to that 11,000 in one, let me just say, a year and maybe a year and 5 months, or a year and 4 months. After I've been able to grow my audience organically, year and 4 months. So now, why am I sharing this story? It's because I was talking about how you should optimize your profile as the basis of whatever it is you want to do on LinkedIn. Optimizing your profile is the basis of whatever it is you want to do on LinkedIn. So I'm going to be sharing my screen with you guys for my profile, so that it's going to be practical enough. Now, if I should just start speaking and talking, it might be a little bit confusing for some people, because not everybody can actually learn with just audios alone. Some people need visuals so that they can register it in their brain and remember when it's time for them to implement. Because we have different kind of learning styles. Like, for instance, for me now, I learn with visuals. If I'm not taught something visually practical, I might not remember. So I'm going to be sharing my screen from my own LinkedIn profile to this place so that you can see properly. So let me just see my screen now. Okay, so I would also like to say this: if you have any kind of question, I don't know if there's a message section here that people can drop a message, but if there is none, please, you can write your question down for me so that when I'm done, you can always ask me any question and I'll definitely answer. Thank you. So let me just share my screen. Okay, so this is my profile, and we'll be using my profile as a practical guide so that you can understand. Please, this thing I want to say, everything I'm going to be saying, you might forget at some point. So if it's possible, get your note and your pen. Now, the reason I say get your note and pen is because some people might not be able to finish this class. Some will enter at the end. So if you are joining now, it's better you take a barrel and your pen, notes, jot down, so that when you guys are back to your group, I don't know, maybe you're in a group or something, you can share with others so that they don't lose track of whatever it is that is happening. Because I want everybody here to gain from whatever it is I'm going to be sharing to you. So now, here is your LinkedIn profile, which, like I said, is the basis of whatever it is you want to do on LinkedIn. Now, if you notice my profile, there's something very, very attractive on my profile. As you're looking at it, my profile picture and then the background photo behind it. You know, the white and purple is so attractive. And like, this is beautiful. Yes, I know it's beautiful. And it's investment in my profile. So now let's start from the basics of everything. Or like when people go to your, or maybe let's say before people go to your profile, when probably they comment, they see your comment somewhere, or they see you like somebody's post, the first thing they'll be seeing is your profile picture. And that is the number one way you can connect with people. If your profile picture is not in shape, sorry, maybe putting, or let me say, is it putting a lot of money? You might be leaving a lot of money on the table. Yes, because I honestly believe that your picture actually is important, because if you are using a picture of 15 years ago, your face is not clear and all of that, it might tamper with your credibility. So it's not like I'm just saying it because I want you to look as aesthetically pleasing on LinkedIn. No, everything I'm going to be sharing with you here has a why, and I'll be sharing it with you. I'm going to be sharing it with you so that you can understand the reasons why you should do it. Now, your profile picture is your number one selling point, and my advice to people is, if you can afford a professional shoot, they call it an headshot, just like mine. Please go and get one if you can. If you cannot, you can use your phone. If you have there are phones that have nice camera. I use a Samsung. They have, I think, Xiaomi, Oppo. There are phones that have good camera that you can use. Just look for a plain background. Dress in a way that you know that you can dress to work on a Monday morning, or how you can dress to go and meet a client at probably a bar or somewhere. That's how you should dress. Now, when it comes to your profile picture, you do not use selfies. I see a lot of people still making that mistake on LinkedIn. Do not use selfies. LinkedIn is not Facebook. It's not Instagram. It's not Twitter. Even on other social media platforms, I don't use selfie. I don't. This is the only picture. In fact, if you find me on another platform, this is the easiest way for you to know this is me because I'm using this same picture, this same design everywhere on social media platform. Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Clubhouse, TikTok, every single place because I want people to be able to easily connect with me. It's just all about positioning. So let's continue. Now, do not use selfies. Don't use group photos that you took with somebody and you're not cropping your face out. No, it's not nice. And beware of filters. A lot of people use big filters on their pictures. No, people want to see you in your natural state. You know that it's a photo shoot. Smile. Your face should be directly at the camera. Your face should be looking at the camera. Do not stand sideways. Don't stand as if you are doing your birthday photo shoot. It's a professional platform for a reason. So that is how you should position yourself. So now, as regards what I just said, I want to share profiles of few students that are on LinkedIn that I know that are students so that you can see their profile. Because like I said, anything I'm going to be sharing with you, I want it to be perfect. So you can explain it. So I think everybody, if you're on LinkedIn there, you should know Emmanuel Nduka. This is Emmanuel's profile picture. And as you can see, he's dressing corporately. And the only thing we are seeing in this picture is head to his shoulder. That is the only thing we want to see on your profile picture on LinkedIn. To be very, very honest. That is the only thing we are really concerned about because we just want to see your face. That's it, your face. We don't want to see the rest part of your body. It's just your face. We want to put a name to the face. And as you can see in this picture, Emmanuel is smiling. Please, you don't have to find your face when you are taking your what's it called? Your profile picture. Smile. They say, how do they used to say this? There's this I don't know. I think there's this idea they say about what's it called? About smiling. I can't remember. So I want to show you another profile, somebody else's profile again, so that you can understand what I'm trying to say. Now, here is Favor's profile. As you can see, you can also see her face too as well. That is the essence of having a professional headshot. Please, I hope you guys are jotting this down. I've shared 3 people. They are all students. Oh. Me, and they are Gen Zs. I'm also Gen Z, but they are actually probably in their 16, 17, 18, 19. I don't think they're up to 20. These people I'm sharing with you. And I think that's actually the age many young people that are in school now. That is the age range. It's actually rare to see somebody 25, 26 in that institution because of the rapid, fast education that is present now in our time. So this is Denubon. Now Denubon has a profile video. Now, if you also want to do it, you can choose not to use. You can use both a profile picture and a video. Now that video is just, I think it's 30 seconds. They are just going to be telling people in that 30 seconds who you are and what you do. That's all. That's just what you're doing in that video. So you could just do a very nice video of yourself, then tell people, hello, my name is Elaine Katiana, and I'm a LinkedIn. So I have personal business and position themselves as an authority and leverage LinkedIn platform. That's all. Just smile and say in a way that people get relaxed with you. So now that we are done with the profile picture, let's move ahead. I don't want us to waste more time. So your background photo. Now your background photo is simply this picture behind your profile picture. It's a background photo. Now your background photo does not have to be like mine. It's not compulsory. You could do something like mine. I use Canva to design. I did it myself. I designed the cover, but you can decide to use these few things as your background photo. One, your workspace. Let's take for instance now. You are an engineer. You could use a picture of yourself at your workspace, probably when you're talking with your client and all of that, or when you're in school, as a student, when you're in school, probably you're doing the practical. You can use that picture. Number 2, you could use your brand logo. Let's take, for instance, you have a company you're working for. You can use their brand logo because you're a staff there. It further builds your credibility. I think those are the 2 things. I've mentioned 3. I said you could use this, or you could use your workspace, or you could share your logo Or you could share a tool that you use. Let's take, for instance, now, I'm a writer. I could share an aesthetic, nice picture of me on my laptop without my face not showing, just me on my laptop, the pen, and a notebook beside me. I don't know if you understand what I said. So that's it. So let me repeat it again. You can use when you go to Canva, in case you want to design this, when you go to Canva, just type in LinkedIn banner or whatever. You get different kind of thing. Then you can edit it and check it the way you want. So you could use this like LinkedIn banner, or you could use your workspace, a picture of a workspace. You could use a picture of a tool that you use. You could use your brand logo. So we are done with the background photo. Let's just move ahead. Now, below my profile picture, you can see my name. Sorry, you can see my name. There's a name in bracket. So that bracket is not like my nickname. That's my nickname. So I decided to add my nickname so that if people decide to say I am Tiana, my name will still pop up because it's my nickname and people know me with that for a very, very long time. So I always advise on LinkedIn, use your real name. Do not use your nickname or whatever, or your first name and all of that, or even your brand name. Use your real name. The reason why I say you should use your real name is because the moment you optimize your profile properly, if people should type in your name on LinkedIn, on Google, you will pop up in the search. I'm not even joking. You can go down and type Olenka instead of my LinkedIn profile. That is the benefit of optimizing your profile and having a well-structured LinkedIn profile. It will make you appear in Google search feed. Now, so we have talked about your profile picture, your background photo, then your name. Then let's move to your bio. Now, your bio is also a way people can easily get to know you or meet you. Now, your bio could be the structure in which you write LinkedIn bio. Now, this is how we write it. The LinkedIn bio should be structured this way. 1, what problem do you solve? Number 1. Number 2, who are the people that are your target audience? That's number 2. Then number 3, how do you help them solve their problem? Those are the 3 things. Number 1, what problem do you solve? Number 2, who are the people that are helping them solve the problem? That means the target audience. Then number 3, how do you help them solve the problem? Let's take, for instance, now, you are an engineer. What do you do as an engineer? I think when it comes to engineering is wide because there are computer engineers, there are software engineers, there are hardware engineers. I think I was working with a client on his profile today and he's an hardware engineer. So engineering is wide. But the most important thing you should know is know the problem you solve. It will make it more easy for you to craft a very, very nice bio. Okay, so also, if you're writing a bio, make sure you are adding keywords. Now, keywords are basically words that you want to be searched for. Now, let me take you to my search appearance now, for instance. I don't know the reason why I'm appearing for both actually though. But as you can see, I'm appearing for keywords I'm found for is writer, tutor, and intern. Now, if you check my profile, there's writer, content writer there. There is LinkedIn tutor. And this internship shows that in my what's it called? In my experience, I wrote it there. I'm a creative intern. So that's why most people type in intern on their search feed. I'll show up. That is the reason why you should make sure that you're adding keywords to your profile so people can easily find you on the search feed. Now let's move forward. So we are done with now. As you can see below my bio, there is something that I said talks about gently and all of that. That is the creator mode. So once you go to your profile, it's important that you update your LinkedIn so that you can get this kind of features I have. Your LinkedIn is not updated, you might not be able to get these features, but please update your LinkedIn. Turn on your creator mode. Your creator mode means that the things you talk about, the hashtags that you use in your content, so that when people type in that hashtag, it will be easy to find you too. All these things are just positioning. Be able to be found in the search. Now let's move forward to the featured section. So your featured section is basically a space where you can also prove your credibility of whatever it is you do. Now let's take for instance, for me now, I am a LinkedIn tutor, so I added a video of myself where I went to last to teach students or enlighten students about how they can leverage LinkedIn platform, just like I'm doing here. But that's a physical event, not virtual. So this, if somebody should come to my profile now and they are like, if this person is a LinkedIn tutor, let me check them out, and they are seeing this video, they will definitely know that I'm okay, she's legit, because I'm not just saying I'm LinkedIn tutor out of mouth. I honestly wish there is a feature where we can share an highlight, just like Instagram and LinkedIn. But they did not give, just like Instagram and Facebook, Jerry, but they did not give us that option yet. So our featured section is what we use. So that's basically what you can use your featured section for. It's just like your highlight on Instagram. That's it. Now you can also use it to upload your. I use it to upload my awards actually, like my award, my introduction, so that when people come to my profile, you don't need to start scrolling all the way. They just click on this and they will be easily know, okay, this is who Tiana is. As simple as that. Now, so that's what your featured section is for. Now, as a student, you could also use your featured section to upload your certificate. Though there is already options for where you can upload your license application. I don't really think. But if there's a milestone that you have achieved, probably you got an award, probably you got a recognition, probably you were able to spearhead a kind of discussion, a movement in your school as a student, just add it there to your featured section. It's going to help. Now let's move ahead to the most important part of this profile. Now the most important part of the profile is your summary. Your summary is the place where you get to like define who you are in your own world, that stranger, that prospective client, that customer, to that person that wants to give you that job, that contract, and all that. So that person that wants to connect with you, they can easily know who you are. So now, I'm not advised to use this structure that I used though. This particular one that I wrote my social media profile, and all of that. I'm not a newbie on LinkedIn, so that's the reason why I'm using this. I'm using a summary that is coming from a position of an authority, not a newbie on LinkedIn. Now, if you want to write your summary, or they call it about section, this is the structure, because that's what I used to teach my participants. The structure of how you can write it. Number one, you should explain to people in more details what you do. Now let's take for instance now. I said I use my life experience and theory. Well, I cannot write all these things there. I cannot write all these things in my Bible. Let people in details of what I do. Now, as a little people in today, it's not like you just be telling them a long story. Just make sure it's in bullet points, just like as you can see it's arranged here. Don't make it jumbled. I see a lot of people do that. They just write their summary. There is no sequence, no bullet point. You just add everything together. Boom. And the only thing, most of those people like that, guess what they're writing? I'm well back in clinical people. I can work on that project, blah, blah, blah. How they're writing. They're not being specific about it. So here's what you would do. Let people in on what exactly you do. Explain further. Number two, tell them why you do what you do. And for whatever it is that we do, there's a reason why. Tell them about the reason why with what you're doing now. What have you been able to achieve? Like let's say for instance now, I'm LinkedIn and I was able to add that okay, I've been able to talk to a number of people. So people can further testify to my credibility. Now, if you're a student, you don't really need to write all this one because you have not tutored before. You might not really have a kind of long number. Do you understand? Long number. So here's what you can do. As a student, write what you do. Talk about something that interests you. If let's say for example, you're a student and engineer, probably there is something else that interests you. So people used to write tech enthusiast on their bio. Now you can also use your summary to explain it further. Why do you like tech? What about tech is making you tick? Now, if probably maybe you are looking forward to work with a company, so probably you want to freelance, you want to work remotely. How do you do that? You are interested in working with a few other companies. Now you know it's not like you're actively looking for a job. You just want to intern. So that's the structure I have used. Now you can also use it to write about an achievement that you have made. So probably you have written a book, probably you were given an award or something. Everything is just positioning. Also in your summary, please include keywords. It's very, very important. Very, very important. Now, at the end of your summary, always add a call to action. A call to action is telling people what they should do. Tell them to reach out to you. Tell them how they can get across to you. Don't just write and go. If you don't tell people what to do, they don't know what to do. That's the truth. If you see my content on LinkedIn, I'm always telling people, what do you think about this stuff? What do you think can be done? I could have just written my summary and just leave it there. Do you understand? But I always want to tell people this is what you can do on your profile. Are you guys following me?
Yes, I'm with you. I'm with
Yes.
you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I just want to know that I'm not
Yes, ma.
speaking into thin hair. So once we are done with the summary aspect, the rest is kind of self-explanatory. That's where you add your experience, your education, your license certification, and your skills. Now, this experience too is also an avenue for you to talk about what you do as well. Now, I think as a student, many of you might not have much experience like that. So if you don't have experience, this is what you can do. This is what you can do. I was still telling some of my participants in my group today that she said she wanted to, she just registered on Upwork and she wants to take a transcribing and proofreading job. And then I asked her, do you have experience? She said no. I said, the truth is, it will be rare for you to get a job on Upwork because people are giving you their money. And nobody's going to give you their money if you don't have any value to exchange, to give in exchange for it. So this is what you can do. If you are looking forward to gain experience, intern with a company. I will always say it. Intern. It could be paid or unpaid internship. Intern. While you're working, you could be you can freelance with some company. In fact, yeah, I used to even address it. It's just that though, the time that we are now as young people, we have this pay. But like the company I'm interning for, they don't pay me, but I get competition. Now I'm not even really after the money because I have other stuff that bring in money for me. I'm more about the experience. Now, also, I also used to advise people that if you don't have the experience yet, or you cannot afford to take a course, or you cannot afford, you couldn't get an intern job, start using your own platform to talk about what you do. Now, when I say I want to go into writing 2020, I could have just sat down and say, I don't have money to take any because I don't have anybody that needs to teach me. And I'll just sit down. But I said no. I started looking for free resources online and implementing them on my own profile. And gradually, I got better at writing. This what I'm sharing with you is just to show that when you are willing to work to do something, you should make sure that you don't let anything stand in gap between you and that decision that you want to take. So coming from a student angle, you might not really have good business, but if you have experience, so all of you might have, use it in bullet point and explain what exactly you do, why you were at that past job. So that this will also make prospective recruiter understand better what you can do, what is your strength. That's what the experience is for. So let's move forward. Then you can add your education, your license certification, please add it there too. Then your skills. Now, as regards skills, some people used to have like 25 practice skills with their profile, and I think it's not important. You are only just you are only blocking the way that you can get noticed in the search feed. In fact, 10 is okay if you can get up to 10. But for me, I have just I think 8 or 9. And they are major skills, and that's what I said. Just highlight major skills. I can write, I can do content, I can create content, I'm good at social media, I'm a public speaker, communication too, I'm good at communication, then digital marketing. Simple. You don't need long what's it called? Long skills. Don't complicate yourself. All these things are part of the reason why people will be able to quickly get you across in the search feed. When they input the skills, if somebody click on start content creation, now you pop up. It's just all about what I said. It's all about positioning. Now let's go to your recommendation. So this recommendation as a student, if you don't have the experience, it might be hard for you to get recommendation. Please mute your mic. Thank you. It might be hard for you to get recommendation. So as you can see, my own recommendation here now is with clients that I've worked with. People that was my client. Let's take for instance now, these people are just these people that have taken my LinkedIn class. So they are putting in word for me that this and his real profile. It's not like maybe if you can check all of them, they are very, very intentional and constant on LinkedIn. They're very, very efficient and constant on LinkedIn. So your recommendation also proves your credibility. That's what it does. Now you could also add your honoraries and awards. If you have one, please, you can just add it there. Sorry. You can just add it there. Then you add your language proficiency. In case if a foreign client wants to employ you, they can know which language you speak properly. Then one important thing, when I was talking about how you can appear in search field, your profile URL is very, very important. Now, if you check your profile URL, the normal profile URL that comes to anybody that just opening LinkedIn account, behind your name, there will be some numbers and numerals there. Some numbers and letters there. Remove the numbers and input your name the way you want it to appear in search field. Now, it's going to make it more easy for people to find you on LinkedIn. Let's take for instance, like I said, now if you search me on LinkedIn, on Google rather, my profile is going to pop up. That is exactly what this customized profile URL does. That is what it does. Then you add your email too, so that if you want to get across to you, because some people I've met clients that they don't talk to me through DM. Some people even believe that because I have much freelance. Some people say I'm always busy. And me, I'm not busy. I don't know how to. I'm not the kind of person that I like piling up messages. I dislike it so much. So that's why I want to send a message. As long as this is important, I will reply. Or sometimes if I have a lot of things I'm doing, I could read the message and forget to reply. It happens like that. So some clients will say that they don't want to send a message directly, so they send an email across to you. So it's easier that way. So I think this is basically the basics of your link. If you can do all these things that I've said and put it in shape, then you're good to go. So now let's go ahead to how you can leverage LinkedIn platform. But before we get across to that, I want to ask if there is anybody here. Let me stop presenting and turn on my camera. If there is anybody here that probably have a question as regards all what I've said, the LinkedIn profile, so that I can answer you. Then now, because the next topic I'm going to be talking about is quite, it's not lengthy, it's just a short point. Though, if you put this into practice, to really help you. So please, if you know you have any question as regards all what I've said this morning, please ask me. I'm ready to answer. Thank you.
No question
Okay.
from me. No question from me.
Somebody wants to say something. Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, please, how I didn't get that part where you say you can change your LinkedIn profile, like to search on Google, if someone wants to search you out.
Okay. So I said how to change your profile URL. Okay, let me share my screen again and go back and practicalize it so that you can understand. Okay, so let's go back to my LinkedIn profile. Now, once you have updated your LinkedIn profile, there is beside your add section, there is a 3 dots there. Just click on it. Once you click on it, you go to your contact info. Now, once you click on your contact info, you will see your profile link and your email. There is a right icon or a biro or a pen icon. Click on it. Once you click on it, you will see your profile. Click on the profile and it will take you directly to your settings. As you can see, it will say edit your custom URL. Then you click on the pen icon again. And that's it. Input your name, remove the letters and the numbers after your name. Then arrange it the way you know you want to appear on Google search. That's all. So please, I hope I've been able to clarify that.
Yeah, thank you.
So please, is there any? Let me stop presenting. Somebody wants to speak. Patience.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
There used to be is there a way that I can share certificates? Like if you post a picture of the certificate on my profile so that when people search they can see it.
Sorry.
Can you hear me?
That question.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you better now.
Okay. I'm asking, how do I post a picture of a certificate I've gotten on my profile so that like when it appears in my profile when people search for it?
Okay. So now when you go to your let me show you. That's the reason why I said I want to be sharing my screen so that people will understand very well and it won't be hard. So let's go back to my profile again. Now, this is your featured section. There is a pen icon. If you want to edit anything on your LinkedIn profile, most of what you do there is pen icon. You will see the cross icon. Click on it just by the top right corner. You can see it. Add a post. You can add a post from your profile, probably a post that had much engagement. You can add it to your featured post. You can add a newsletter. Now, for those of you that write articles, you can add your, what's it called? Your profile, your newsletter, what's it called? You can create an article on your LinkedIn profile. Like, let me explain. Some people have a weekly newsletter that they do on LinkedIn. But me, I don't do that. I don't know how that feature works, so I've never tried it. So I think I'm going to. So now, if you are publishing newsletter, you can tell people to subscribe. Now, you can just click on this other icon and add it to your profile so that when people come to visit your profile, they can easily join your newsletter. That's what it's just like subscribing to your mailing list. This is the same thing. Now you can add an article. Maybe you wrote an article for a blog as a writer or something. You can add the link there. You can add a link to maybe your Facebook, a Facebook post, a LinkedIn post, or anything. Just add it there. You can upload pictures too. Now, for those of you that say you want to upload your certificate, you just upload the picture. You can click on whatever picture that you want to add to it. It's as easy as that. So please, I hope I've answered your question.
Yes, please. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So who else again? Before I'll stop sharing my screen and just move to the next step. Who else again? Any other question? You can raise your hand if you have any questions so that I can see you very well. No questions. Okay, so that means you guys understand. No question. Yeah, now. Let's move. So now that you have already optimized your profile, let me stop presenting so you can see my face. The next thing you can do is this. As a student, you want to build your personal brand on a platform. Let's not even use this thing now. Generally, on every platform, this is the number one thing you do the one thing you have to do when it comes to building your personal brand is ask yourself this question. What do you want people to know you for? That's the one question. That's how you build your personal brand on any platform. Let's take for instance now. When you go to Facebook on my profile and maybe somebody talk about LinkedIn somewhere, people will definitely mention my name because they already know that this person is an expert in this thing. I have already positioned myself as an expert in that field. That is what personal branding is. It's simply perception. You are changing perception that people have of you. Before maybe like people don't know me with them. They don't know what I can do. They don't know. Even if you post maybe right out, nobody's going to mention me. But now look at now, 2 years later, if you should mention you're looking for LinkedIn something on Facebook, people will definitely, as long as my connections are in that person friendly, so they are following that person, they definitely mention me. Tiana, there's someone that can do it. Tiana can do it. That's your personal branding. So the question you have to say is, what do you want people to know you? If you're an engineering student, do you want people to know you for engineering? Is that it? Now, when it comes to this thing I'm saying is called niche. Now, let's say for instance now, some people might not discover their niche quietly, and that's okay. If you should check this profile that I shared, let's talk about Emmanuel Nduka, the boy I shared, the first person I shared this profile. Emmanuel Nduka, I don't really think Emmanuel Nduka really has a particular niche. But what people know him for the fact that he was able to meet the Melu. That's what they used to call it. He used to call himself the Melu boy. I don't really think there is any other niche I can know him for. That's the only thing I know him for. I don't think he writes about any other specific stuff, except that he only shares his personal experience. He shares lessons that people can learn from. He shares about his growth, where he failed, where he has learned, an achievement made, and all of that. So now, if you don't know your niche, you don't know what exactly you want to focus on directly. Because if you don't have clarity yet, and you gotta choose a niche, it will be hard for you. Very, very hard. Even to create content will be hard. You know the reason why? You are trying so much to show that you are an expert at something that you don't even know about. And it's only bring up confusion for you. I see a lot of people that they'll be writing on their LinkedIn that they're marketing experts. Whereas they don't even know anything about marketing yet. And they will be finding out to create content because they don't know anything about that particular niche. So if you know you don't have a niche, you don't have something you want to, a particular thing you want people to know you for, it's fine. Just focus on sharing your wins, your stories with people. Not everybody on LinkedIn has a niche. Some people, the only thing they just share is their stories, where they have learned, personal, basically self-development. So that's it. It's not compulsory you choose a niche if you don't know what niche you want to choose yet. As a student, now once you're done choosing a niche, now there are forms of content. We have video, we have text, and we have audio. Now, LinkedIn encourage more of text. LinkedIn is just trying to warm up with videos these days. I see a lot of, I think this past few years. But LinkedIn encourage more of text. So you have to learn how to write. I even think you should learn how to write. Everybody should know how to write. That's my own opinion. Because writing is not just for let's remove the financial, or let me say the monetizing aspect of it. It's very, very amazing if you can put a message across to people in written context rather, about what is going on in your head, about an idea you have, about an experience you have seen, something that occurred to you, and something you saw today, a tip that you want to share. It's just an amazing thing that you can express yourself in written context. So you should learn how to write. Now, I was talking about content, form of content. Now you can choose that, okay, you don't want to be writing on LinkedIn or to the video. I have people on my that part of my connection with LinkedIn that they don't really do text. It's mostly TikTok videos, or they do general videos. They are video creators, they are video editors. That's what they do. People choose video, text. Those two things are really, really encouraged on LinkedIn. Now, I've talked about choosing what to write about, the kind of content you want, the content format you want to use. The third thing I want you to do is this: follow people that you know that in your industry. It's very, very important. Now, secondly, follow people that you know that they are within, I don't know if I'll use level or caliber. Let's take for instance now. I shared a profile of young people that are like probably between the age of, I would say, 19 and 21. They are students. They can categorize themselves as students. Me, I am not a student, so I don't categorize myself as a student. And I don't attract the student audience. I attract students too, but they're not mainly my audience. I attract students, I attract Gen Zs, millennials, I attract people that are even old enough to be my father. I attract them because I believe this kind of skill I have is not for just students alone. Not only students should be on LinkedIn, everybody should be on LinkedIn, young and old. We have people of 50 that are on LinkedIn. You understand? So that's the reason why. So follow people that you know that they are experts in your industry. For instance, you're an engineer now. Follow people that you know that they even the kind of content. I know a guy that's an engineer. I think I've been on my LinkedIn connection. So he posts about engineering stuff. Follow those kind of people. Go to your search and type engineering. Let people that you know that they are consistent online. Don't follow people that some of them have not posted 5 months. There's nothing you want to learn from those people. There's nothing you want to learn. Follow people that are consistent online. Follow people in your industry. Follow your colleagues. Follow your classmates in school, because when they create content, you can also collaborate with them, because I believe collaboration is very important in this present age and time. And this point I said you should follow other people like industry, other people and all of that is because of the fact that you can easily network. Sorry about the noise about it. Not even give that is not phone. So we can choose to network with people, because networking is the main reason why LinkedIn was created. It's a professional network, so you have to network with people. Now, follow industry, follow your past colleagues, follow your teachers, your lecturers, follow them on LinkedIn. There's a saying one of my coach said, Coach Kenny Moke said, look at someone that is already excelling in that space that you are. That they're already doing that thing that you see your parents, they're already in that position already. Then follow them. Know how they are doing things. If it's possible for you to take their course, Take their course. That's the way you get better. Look at people that have already excel in that thing that you're trying to do. Then follow them up. You have to take the, if that's what you have to do, then do it. So that's how it works. So I've spoken about having a niche. I've spoken about I think 3 or 4 aspects. I still have 3 or 4. Now I spoke about having a niche, content format. Sorry, something is distracting me. Having a niche, content format, follow people in your industry. 3. I've mentioned three stuff now. Now, after those 3, following people in your industry, you know what? The last thing that I think is very important for you as a student, if you want to start leveraging LinkedIn performance, do not get lost in the crowd, please. There's a whole lot of noise on LinkedIn. I know what I'm saying. If you are not careful, if you keep getting deceived by somebody said they are making 1 million in 1 week at 16 years old. My dear, you get lost in the crowd. It's not your business. The 1 million is not for you. It's not your money. They'll not give you out of it. Focus on your own journey. Learn from people, but do not be like them. You should not be like them. That's always been my mantra. There is something that is unique about every single person. Please, as I'm saying this thing, you can send me a connection request to on LinkedIn. I'm going to accept. Follow me too. Please don't. You can like learn from people, but do not be like them, because I believe as human beings, everything that is unique about us. And the moment you start following another person's model, you're losing your own voice. All what I've said now, there are practical steps. So it's not like I'm just saying it. You might think probably that I'm saying it now. Yeah, just saying. But if you implement it, trust me, it's going to work for you. I'm not. This is not me exaggerating. I've told some of my participants that are students, and it has worked for them. So now, please, if you have any question, so that's all I've said. Please kindly ask so you can round up. It's already 3 Somebody's mic is on. If you have any question, please kindly ask. I would love to answer your question. If you have any kind of question, please kindly ask me. Somebody's mic is on.
Please, can you confirm the full name on your account?
Thank you. Please, do you have any question? All what I said, do you guys understand? Hope it's not that I'm just speaking into thin air. Maybe you don't understand me. Do you understand anything? Let me know. Please, I would love feedback so I can know where to improve. And sis, please help me ask your people. Do you have any questions? Hello? Is anybody listening to me?
Yes.
Nobody is saying anything now. So you guys don't have any question?
Yes, ma. We are listening to you, ma.
So you don't have any question?
Yet. I don't have a question yet.
Yet, actually, this thing is already you're already rounding up. Well, Joe, if you have any kind of question, then I think there is a way we can work it that probably you send your questions to through your your organizer. Then I'm going to answer your question. Or you can actually reach out to me personally too on my LinkedIn. Just tell me from so place engineering bootcamp. Then I would definitely give you an audience and answer you. I don't leave my message on there. So if your guys are saying you don't have any question, I think we should just close this there, because I've already finished my work here for today. So I can move on to other things. You guys think you have any questions? And Miss Oluwabumisola Laniyo, please, can you say something? Are you listening? Are you hearing what I'm saying? I think she's on the call. I want to hear what she's saying before, because it's already 4 o'clock. Before I can go, then if you guys, I know you're going to ask that question when you start implementing. And I know probably maybe some of you already have a LinkedIn profile a little bit in shape, but you need what I've said. You might want to do some tweaking here and there. That's fine as well. So, Miss Oluwabumisola Laniyo, please, are you there?
Yes. Yes, I'm here. Sorry.
Okay, I said they don't have any questions. So can we round up with this?
Yes, we can. So the thing is that because I mentioned to you that there are over 80 in the program. So, but a lot of them don't join at this time. They come online usually evenings, nights. So I've already told them that if they have questions, they can either connect with you or ask, and then I'll pass it on to you.
All right. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. So if there is no question, I think I'm faithful, right? Okay, so the thing is, when I said if you have any question, it might actually not be pertaining to LinkedIn only, because I'm a writer and I'm also you can call me a content creator too. So if there's any question you have regards that, it might not be really only directed to LinkedIn alone. So as I'm asking if you guys have any questions. On this note, I want to say thank you for joining me on this journey from 3 p.m. till now. It's, I think an hour or so, an hour and a few minutes. I want to say a big thank
Thank
you.
you,
And
ma.
since thank you too for allowing me to do this with you guys. I'm just a small girl. I'll be 22 next month. My birthday is too late, so you guys should be my birthday in advance. So
Happy birthday, ma. Happy birthday, in
thank
advance.
you. So if there's anything that you guys please just tell me. I honestly love when people reach out to me and ask questions. Joe, there is a limit to. Don't go and be asking these questions. Because there's a limit to how much free knowledge I can give out. Because means I want to make money. So, but I love it because I believe when I wanted to start my own journey too, there were people I reached out to and I always ask them questions like, what do you know about this thing? Though many people will not really pay attention to you like that. So it's only social media you'll be seeing. I have to go on YouTube and start looking for resources myself and pay for courses. So I love when people reach out to me. I always want to help people get better because I believe whatever stage I am now, where I was before, there's some people that are there now and they need somebody to lift them up and show them some kind of encouragement and all of that. So that's what I will always do for young people. And like I said, my writing is not just for social media, for professionals. I write to inspire young people because I have a story to share out there. And I believe everybody has to listen to it. And as you're looking at me here right now, I'm a school dropout. I don't have a degree yet. So I've been able to take charge of my own destiny and career. And I want to make a name for myself in my own way, not the way everybody is doing it. I'm a rebel and I love doing things my own way. So I believe every one of us here we have goals I want to achieve. We want to see ourselves in the next few years. But one thing I know is this: there will always be challenges. That's life. Life is always full of challenges. So there's no way you can avoid it. But one thing I know is this: your willingness to always make things work. Your willingness to always know that I want to do this thing. And it's okay to take a break. You don't need to always. I take breaks a lot. In fact, I'm the laziest person. To be very honest, I'm very lazy. But the thing is, even though I'm lazy, I prioritize things. I know what I want to do. Before I came to this class, I said I was a client reached out to me that is an engineer that should help me edit his revamp his LinkedIn profile. And I told myself that I have to finish that work today and submit it to God tomorrow before I start this class. And I make sure I did it. Even though I had to sleep this morning after I finished it, but I make sure I did it. So I can be very lazy, but I always make sure that I'm putting my best in what I'm doing, which is tutoring people about LinkedIn and making sure that LinkedIn is presentable. So on this note, thank you all for joining. I really appreciate it. Please follow me on LinkedIn. I always because if you check my LinkedIn profile, the comment section, I'm very, very invested in community building. I don't just want to be putting out posts there and there's no people to reply. I want to build a community with you. I want to hear your opinions about whatever it is that I'm posting. I want to hear your experience. I want to hear you ask questions for me. I want to hear you share your thoughts with my community. So please follow me. I'm not just on LinkedIn alone. My Facebook name too is Olayinka Tiana. Just the same way it's on LinkedIn. My Twitter name too is Olayinka Tiana. My Instagram name too is at Olayinka Tiana together. So thank you all for having me here. Enjoy the rest of the day and happy weekend in advance.